Cool. Now, can I get Tim? There you go. Tim. Tim from Grok Learning, who will be giving us two lightning talks squeezed into one, and then we'll follow up Martin's lightning talk. Cool.
Can you hear me without the microphone?
Just speak.
Good.
Oh, that's a letter one if you want.
That's all right. I'll just talk loudly. Okay, these are both about a minute long. One's a PSA, and one is a cool thing I found in the last week that I only knew one version of, but there's actually two versions of in Python. The first version, first PSA, is this.
Oh yes, this. I've forgotten.
So, who's heard of PyP and who uses PyP or virtualenv or anything that uses PyP behind the scenes? Good, most people. PyP is Python Package Manager. A bunch of things this week were found that contain malicious code. These packages are typos of commonly used packages posted on PyP. These are the biggest offenders here. Back. Oh crap. That worked. Get rid of this. There we go. So bzip instead of bzip2, for example, crypt instead of crypto, Django server instead of Django server guardian API, etc., etc. If you use any package that kind of looks like this, you want to check your current virtualenv to see whether you have any of these malicious codes installed. They fun home. They're really, really bad. PSA over with, unless there are any questions. Cool. Okay. Yep.
Are there any tools that help automate?
Yes, there is a tweet and a website which I didn't bother to bring up ahead of time that to give you the appropriate pip commands with the grep for it. Pip freeze, grep, these. Cool. Live coding. So, who has written code that looks something like this? Yep. So this is handles something of type string or int or float. Give is instance something stir or is instance something int or is instance something float, and I want the not of this value. Who's written some code that does something like that before? You have a bunch of type checking code at the start where you do a bunch of instance checks to see whether something is open of a particular type. This is relatively common in at least industry level code. Does anyone know a better way to write this code?
Hints.
No. Well, yes, but that's not the hint. That's not oil enough.
Use a tuple for a list of types that you want to check for.
Yes. So, a little known feature of Python, number one. His instance, the second argument, can be a tuple. Said tuple can be a tuple of types. So this can equivalently be written as if not is instance something stir int float. Spelled correctly. Okay. Cool. Python hack number one. Python hack number two. This is the one I didn't know until earlier on this week. That's the wrong Python, but it doesn't matter. What does the starts with function do? Method do? Checks if a string starts with something. Starts with meow. Yes. Me. Yes. Chicken. No. Imagine you have some code that says, does the string start with HTTP or does it start with HTTPS? For example, you're checking the protocol of URL. So if URL is some string, give URL that starts with HTTP / or URL that starts with yes. Like the previous hints, there is a much quicker way to write this. Take a guess. Takes a tuple. I've never seen this in any code ever in my 12 years of Python. This feature was added in Python in 2005. I've never seen it. But it exists. It both starts with and ends with varieties.
Oh, nice.
Cool. I can talk over.
Thanks. Thanks, Tim. And that was actually kind of cool. The last one is actually pretty cool. The next one is from Martin. Yeah. Who's from Sweden. Yeah, apparently you are from Sweden, and he's here to talk about, well, whatever's on his back of his shirt, which all of you can see right now. So it's phone calls and SMS for developers API 46 elks.com. Elks are a creature that roam the land that are native to Evermine. Yeah.
So elks are actually hard to know what it is, because there in Europe elks are mooses, and in the US mooses are elks. So this is why our logotype is kind of in between, because it's hard to know what it is. I'm here because my wife left me alone this afternoon, because she's in the university in a barbecue with her university friends. I'm here on vacation for 2 weeks, and I found this when I was alone, so this was nice. So, and then I was told, you have to take a lightning speech 4 minutes ago. So now here I am. So what I do in 46 Elks is I do work with backend stuff, and so we try to make a super simple API that you should be able to use in any software without any SDK. You should always be able to use the library for any HTTP request to use us, and to send SMS and make phone calls, receive phone calls, and so on. You can try our demo on the webpage, www.46elks.com. And I just tried this for the first time in my life on an Australian cell phone today, and it was working, so I'm very happy. What we do to make this service possible is that we rely heavily on Gevent. So perhaps some of you have seen it before, but it is an asynchronous library. So you write your code as you've done before, and then you import Gevent, and then you say to Gevent monkey patch all, typically, and suddenly all your code is asynchronously. So suddenly you have an amazing performance. So if you build our service with threads or with any other solution, you would probably have a lot of resources to have speeds. But with one thread, and then using Gevent, so we have multiple greenlets which they use, we can send several thousand SMS per second rather than perhaps 2 or 3 if it was per thread. And imagine having 1,000 threads running. So if you haven't tried Gevent, I really recommend you to do so. A little bit of warning, since it's asynchronous, things may change. So if you make a request somewhere in the code to the network or disk, don't expect variables to stay the same later on in the code unless you know you haven't changed them somewhere else. I think that's the most important part. And then if you feel like, I want to make a hackathon, please speak to me. And if you want to see what I think was a cool hackathon, you should go to trainhack.com and sign up for the newsletter. We every year we try to rent a train and to go 2,000 kilometers or so, and hack on the train the entire way. So if you want to rent something like that in Australia, that would be super cool. I'm afraid I won't be able to attend because it's kind of far from home. But I will be happy to help you get going.
Oh, it literally says hackathon on rails.
No, but there's no, you can try Java on Rail, or you can try Python on Rail. So it's a super interesting event.
Alright, thank you, Martin. And please, I was actually very impressed by 46 Elks. Check it out, it's really cool, especially if you take your phone and just type 46elks.com and try the demo on your phone. It's amazing.